Welcome to the Blind Spot, our lovely bar where we have our post-match drinks. Semmler's not here yet because he needed to change for some reason before he could come to the bar. He's pretending like it's a real bar and not just a bar in the corner of the studio.
Putting on his going out clothes.
I think he had his going out clothes on before.
I'll help recreate. I'll make it feel like he's here right now. It would just be like, MIBR, so sick.
He's just laughing over there.
Like, there's literally no one else in all of the casting world that just saying the name of the player with emphasis, like, is effective. That's all he has to do, isn't it? Like, Fallen. You don't even need anything else. Like, just the name does it. That's it. That's all you need.
He's figured out the hack, you know.
Exactly.
Don't watch the demos. Just shout player names indiscriminately and be really good at it, and then you make money.
One of the top 3 casting soundboard of all time. Semmler.
Do you think if we actually cut up clips of all of the players playing in a match, we could, and then cut some catchphrases in there, we could actually make a legitimate Semmler soundboard that would sound like it? I think it would be pretty close.
It wouldn't be that far off, would it?
I think we need a Duncan soundboard. We're just like,
That's a pretty good idea.
A bunch of ones.
What people don't realize is
The amount of out of context stuff as well. Yeah, bonkers, wouldn't it?
Kotaku.
You can put in. Listen, you could play a lot of fun Mad Libs with a lot of the quotes I've done. Insert blank is a shithole. all the family can have fun with it.
fabulous. We do have a good time here.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the match? Business as usual for MIBR? Brazilians are back.
I mean, it was more dominant in that second map than I thought.
Yeah.
From MIBR.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Well, congrats to MIBR as we downplay their achievement of actually winning the Snakes and Ratters group and coming out of a horrific initial LAN appearance. Going online seems to have really helped them as they run the entire lower side of the bracket.
Yeah, it seems like they really enjoy playing on online leagues, so God bless them.
They're doubling down.
In fact, they're so nice, they like to play in everyone's online league. You know, why keep all the fun in one league when you can play in every league at the same time?
Why are you putting your old shirt back on, Semmler?
And why is your shirt
he
actually the tablecloth for a picnic?
He changed out of his other shirt and then
Watch when he comes in now.
and changed back into the shirt he was wearing previously.
Someone got a pair of pants that what you said was like made from what?
Made in America.
Made in America.
Oh.
Jeans that are made in America with cotton that was made in America. So rare these days.
Great.
Now it looks like he's gone back on the meme. You know the famous meme where the first one is him like, "Hello, sir, I'd like to take your daughter to the prop." That's the suit. That's the shirt you've gone back to now.
Talking
Got the
about.
preppy shirt. That's where you from, Midwestern or something.
Yeah, I'm a guy who makes money.
Do you?
And now he's just
Overwatch
spinning
King.
around in circles trying to find a cup for his beer.
Got a cup. We're good. We're in business.
Okay.
Listen, we know you like to make money. That's why you're not in the Overwatch League anymore. There we go.
Wait, I mean, with our predictions earlier, is what I wanted to say was, you know, hey, dude, I left Overwatch League to get away from the weebs. Why are we bringing that shit back here? But you know.
Okay.
What did you do?
Oh, earlier. That was before you got here, right? That was before Duncan was here.
That was before you guys got here. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
James.
Did you see that the hype intro? Somebody like dubbed it or like put an anime song over the top, so they tried to weeb out our intro.
Was it good?
It was pretty
No,
good.
no.
I thought it was pretty good.
Was it
I
actually
liked
like the
it.
intro from an anime or something?
Yes, I liked it.
Which anime was it?
I'm not familiar with anime, but it got me interested in it, so I thought it worked.
Never make assumptions. Never make assumptions.
She knows. She knows which anime it was. She just doesn't want to
You
say.
secretly
I'm a
know what
closet
anime it is,
anime
Sean.
lover.
Come on, tell us what it was. What was the music they were playing?
I don't even know.
Oh, it wasn't like some famous music, right? Okay.
It wasn't one I recognized.
Okay.
Anime. It's Akira, Cowboy Bebop,
Hunter.
Hunt. No, I've read the mangas.
Naruto.
Didn't watch the anime. Read the
All the
mangas.
kids into that one. By the way, we were actually commenting on this
You
earlier.
didn't make it.
But it ended up being somewhat ominous, didn't it? That in that amazing intro, we just weren't actually logistically able to feature a Fun Plus Phoenix player. Somewhat fitting in the end, actually. Sort of worked out.
The funny
Don't
thing-
have to revise the intro for
In the script from the get-go.
No. The funny thing is that they came in late because of the late signing, so we couldn't get them in our shoot for that. And yes, I was wearing that the other day. I'm still wearing the Fun Plus Phoenix colors.
Your alias.
Snack.
Your little snack.
That's what they call me. That's what the kids
Two
call me.
C's. You did like a boomer with a K.
Let me finish my story.
Okay.
Okay, so they couldn't be there. So in the end, all we have in the intro is just their logo and actually no players. So
That's all they have right now?
It ended up just being okay.
It's like you willed that into reality montage.
It was a weird prophecy that ended up actually happening.
Premonition.
You know.
So,
What are you going to do?
And that's how we were amused by Cadian being sad.
No, that was actually
That was very sad.
that
was
really,
sad.
really,
Yeah.
really sucked. Seeing the players talking to them and talking with Cadian, that was not cool.
Yeah. So, getting back to games.
That was a banger.
It was actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Last map didn't live up to expectations.
I did appreciate, though, Sean, the moment where I think MIBR was up like 10-2.
Wait.
and then-
MIBR, the greatest team of all time. Okay, good.
MIBR. and then Chaos won one round, so it was like 10-3 on their seed. And he goes, now we've got a game on our hands. What sort of wishful
Sean,
thinking is this?
Sean,
All right,
so Sean, you know what happens when we get into this when an analyst starts being disingenuous?
Yeah.
We have to start making bets.
Okay.
Because if you're going to double down for the fandom,
Oh, I always double down. This is esports. What's there to lose?
well, we're gonna make there be something to lose, right?
Ask this guy. Hey, that was a bit too close to home.
This is CS:GO. There's no laws. No one will stop you from doing anything.
So
go.
if you keep doing this, if you keep doubling down like this, you will be called out, and eventually we're going to have to make you start putting your money where your mouth is. Not literal money. We're not actually going to start betting, but we might have to start, punishing you if you lose.
Okay.
Sounding
Ooh.
sexual. Don't know if that can fly on Twitch right now.
I'm gonna swoop in and
As long as you're fully clothed, that's
I
fine.
mean, that's the thing, and there's music played, then you're fine, right? Then start tipping, and it's all gonna be fine. It's gonna be
Sean,
good.
I'm here to save you. I do think that if Chaos got those last 2 rounds after
Yeah,
you made that
10-5,
statement,
yeah.
they win pistol. It's 10-8. Look, Steel got killed twice through the smoke in mid by Taco. As they're posturing for a comeback. So I thought it was slightly unlucky, but at the same time, I think, as you mentioned, Sean, you make your own luck in CS. So
Okay.
yeah.
You walked that back there, because at the end it was all legit analysis. At the beginning, that was like classic NA, like, oh, dude, it's bullshit. Like, he killed me through a smoke, and then, it's like he was coming behind me. Like, what do you call that? Like, what the hell are you doing? I'm leaving the scrim right now. Fuck you guys. I'm going home. Like,
I don't know.
user has left TeamSpeak server.
I'm done with this. Next phase, we're gonna do one of those backlit things where it's just Potter's outline, and we're gonna do a voice changer, and we're gonna do Mean Christine, where she can say all the
Okay,
shit
there we
that she says behind the scenes and that she actually means, and then she can equivocate, on air as herself.
I'm
We
okay
should
with
have a
this.
segment where we have like a topic. Say like Monty, you choose the topic. Christine has to be negative on that topic, and Duncan has to be positive on that topic. We judge
Make us
who
get
does it
creative.
better.
I like it.
They're just both, their brains fried.
One time we actually did have an episode of By the Numbers. It's very rare we ever have guests on that show. It's just me and Richard normally. But just for the sake of it, right, we had an episode where we had GB James when he was the coach of Team Liquid. And at the end, right, out of nowhere, Richard just goes like, we've been grilling him a lot, so say something nice at the end. And all I just said was like, continue staying alive. I don't know. I had to spin it some way, so I found the positive.
It's a
Stay alive,
darkness.
yeah. Enjoy your life.
GBJ.
Obviously quit as a CS
Remind
coach.
my viewers, famous quote.
Exactly.
Oh my.
That's going to be my new
Duncan,
Hallmark
what's-
card coming out soon. Foreign X Hallmark. Stay alive and that. Love whoever.
I mean,
Parents. Or whatever.
potentially valuable advice in this time.
It is. It is.
That'd be awesome if you made some cards. That'd be good.
Thorin greeting cards.
Or greeting cards.
It's you never know. It's 50-50. It's either stay alive or KYS. You don't know which one you're gonna get when you open it up. It's just there you go.
All right. On a more fun note, as we've talked about that match, we do have a video of our first, hopefully, in a series, narrated by David Andersborough, of nature scenes in CSGO.
In the urban jungle of Los Angeles, human civilization has left almost no trace of the flourishing fauna that once inhabited the coastline of California. But life has a strange way of making things work, even in the most unlikely of circumstances. Rodents are some of the only mammals that have found a way not just to survive, but to thrive in this harsh environment. One rodent seems to be attracted to the flickering lights of electronic screens. He is fast and aggressive.
Smooya will open up and he's rushing through. Still got a couple of more bullets. Enough for a headshot.
But most notably is the harrowing mating call with which he courts his intended target.
Smooya's feeling it.
Let's go, Bentley! Nice!
Smooya's still just spanking these kids.
Come pick me, I dare you! Come to me!
This majestic creature
Pick me!
has come to be known simply as the Rat King.
Pick me again, Ralph!
The busy work of competitors in Darwin's great game comes to a crashing halt as everyone breathlessly waits to see if this is simply a false alarm.
Fuck, man!
The silence is broken.
Nice!
There is no point in attempting a direct encounter with the creature known as the Rat King.
Pick me!
That makes me so happy.
Amazing.
That's
Sean, can you
amazing.
do the screech again? It was
I don't even know how you make that noise and are still able to talk afterwards.
Yeah, he probably lost his voice the next. Probably why he had to go home.
I got a set of pipes. I had to go home. That was it.
Like,
All right, dude. That is just such a sack of shit that he has to go home when we produce that, but then Chaos going up against MIBR. Smooya's here today. Even if they're online, could be taking MIBR out instead. It's the way it is.
I imagine that land advantage of him making that noise in the studio, if you lose a round and then just hear that repeatedly, must just tilt you into the next dimension.
yeah, especially a fiery group of people like MMBR. They're like, what is happening?
Especially
If you were
Why don't they? Why he's not respecting us? Like, what the hell? Who's this kid? Like, that's gonna be the play, isn't it?
Why is this screeching idiot killing me?
Yes, over and over.
I love
No,
it.
I think it's such a shame, but that's just the way it goes. That's the way it goes. See how it plays out phase 2, obviously. But I'm
So-
happy, you know, like I'm happy with how things turned out because what Havu managed to get,
Second.
We had 3 qualifier teams all in the
second.
finals.
Exactly. Havu and then Orglis get up there, get points, and now you've got Chaos with the freaking stand-in getting points. Like, this is awesome. How this all panned out.
Oh, there's something Duncan doesn't want to see. We have Cloud9,
Cloud9
#1
Cloud9
in the
and
world.
MIBR.
Team.
That's brutal, isn't it?
He can't believe it. He's in dismay right now. Tears rolling down.
Thorn in
I'll
shambles.
take it though, just for that Lions actually becoming good though. That is good. That is good.
All right, MIBR sitting at the top.
All right, so here we are again. For our next group selection, Cloud9, Mad Lions, and MIBR will be the first teams randomly seeded into their groups. They will have the veto power. That's how things roll here. Not going back to any other rankings because we actually have results to play off of now, so it'll be exciting. Which of our first place teams is the best team that you've seen so far?
It's got to be Mad Lions.
I was going to say, yeah.
I think overall, now that they got it, bearing in mind
Their
the
performance
first
today was
match
very
at
good.
Flashpoint was their first match with Asilian. I think actually, if you look, they've gotten better as each day went on, and now they look like they're hitting their peak. Actually,
Dude, Acor was
Yeah.
absolutely insane today. Like, he was probably the best player in the entire phase. So, probably Mad Lions, yeah.
I guess depending on how long we're gonna be online
Contact?
for, it's
She's
gotta
gonna
be
go for an
MIBR.
There we go. There we go.
Holy shit. How dare you say that about my fan base? This is my...
These
What?
are his boys. You guys go way back.
I go way back.
It's
How
true.
could you do this?
This is
MIBR,
disrespectful.
man. No. You got to go with
I actually think those three teams are probably the best three teams we've seen. Like, they didn't fluke their wins to win their groups.
Like, obviously, Cloud9, it also helps that
Actually,
FPX on LAN.
Yeah, they actually had to play all three teams in that group.
Havu might be able to take C9.
I feel like if they played them straight
or MIBR. Yeah, they look
the problem is
really
Havu was
good.
obviously in Mad Lions group, so if we say Mad Lions is the best, it doesn't mean Havu can't be second best just because they were in their group.
The thing about Havu is you never see like one of those bullshit rounds where they just don't run a strat. They always have a plan, which is
Also,
something that we didn't see from every team.
really legit so far. They actually look like
they're a scary team in this next phase.
Yeah,
I hope so for Finnish CS. You know, there's a light at the end of the
they
tunnel.
need a good
There's
team.
hope. They need a good team.
Exactly.
Team with hair.
Have you seen what the other ones are doing?
With hair.
They've gone full Britney Spears, the rest of them. That's a cry for help, people. That's a cry for help. Look behind Sergey's eyes. He's just looking like, it's like blink twice, Sergey, if you need us to airlift you out of the ENTS facility. Like,
I wonder whose idea that
chose
was.
this, Mom.
Who started this trend?
His parents probably saw him like, what happened?
Like, are things going all right? Mom's at home, son.
Oh, man.
All right, so seems like most people, Mad Lions or MIBR. I think Cloud9, as a Cloud9 shill myself.
Okay, yes. Glad that you put that
Cloud9 employee.
Fair enough. Yeah, good.
What impressed me about them was we interviewed Sonic today, and he said, yeah, we let teams back in these games when we should have closed them out. But the nice thing is like, at least at the end of many of these games, they still are able to win. Like, they make it close, but then they're able to grind it out and actually show,
Yeah, Jack, Monty said put the money right there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Wait, what were you saying? No, actually, I do think Cloud9 looks.
He already did put the money right there. I'll be real with you. So I got the money already.
He says anything positive without the money already being. He was calling his bank over in Switzerland. Like, is it there? Yes, it's just arrived. Okay, so Jack, pause. Love Jack. Love Cloud9. Wear the Puma gear every day.
No, for me, I thought Mad Lions looked the best, but I think that at least Cloud9, even though they made a bunch of mistakes that made games competitive where they shouldn't have been, they still won those games in the end, so there's some value to that.
Yeah, winning sloppy games as a young team is super important because they can build now. Like, they're not done. Like, we haven't seen Cloud9's peak, whereas I think we've seen
well, Thorin thinks we have, but
you think so?
He definitely does.
Remember, they're
See,
22,
my
21.
argument with Cloud9 is that, you know, only Sonic, who's 21, Sonic is 21, he's the oldest member of that team. Everybody else is in the, 20s. Like, there must be more to this. They must be able to get some more experience, right?
You tell me, Matt.
You tell me. You're the
I
expert.
would say no. The answer is no.
I say no.
Is it possible,
It's over.
like, because, I mean, this is Cloud9. This is one of the biggest orgs in the world. Oodles of money. I mean, what can they do? Like, so are we talking about like a shrink, a performance coach?
Now you're on a good topic because this is something we have discussed, which is I wouldn't like throw the entire lineup out, like unless you can literally buy like, I don't know, Fnatic or some super good team. If you're talking about like you're gonna stick with some pieces here, if you added in like a top in-game leader, another one we were pointing out is obviously a really good dominant AWPer. If you could add either of those, then it would be a really good team. Like then you've got the fundamentals to actually be very legit.
At Sean Garris, at Skadoodle.
He can do both.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I guess where I differ with you guys is that you guys this is based on the information you tell me. You tell me TC is a very good coach. True?
Seems
We
like
literally had this. You guys, we literally had a conversation yesterday where people were saying TZ is the best coach in Flashpoint.
That was not okay. That's out of context.
I asked you a question.
That's out of context.
Immediately, you had to plant it there.
No.
We were talking about coaches.
I asked the question: who is the best coach in Flashpoint? And the answer was TC.
The answer was I'm disappointed in all of them.
Okay.
Then
Okay,
it
fair,
was
fair,
followed
fair,
up
fair.
by,
Fair.
oh yeah, there's TC on Cloud9. He's a doctor. He has a lot of impact
Oh,
within
he's a
the
doctor.
team. It was just, I'm clarifying here.
Yeah, that's
Monty
fair.
seems to be
That's fair.
confused.
I actually corroborate that because that is the theme with this Cloud9 team. You go, I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, that's not bad. I can hold with this for a minute. Back to that. Yeah, not bad actually. And then obviously later, like this, you just deny you ever said anything good. Like I never thought they were good the whole time. Garbage.
Great. So
All the same, props to them for winning the group.
all right. So in this case, now we've talked about the top teams. who makes you the most disappointed?
This is an obvious one. It's got to be Gen G. They were third in their group.
I would say Dig based on how they lost yesterday.
That was great.
Oh, the nature of
'Cause
the
I
loss. Sure.
I had a lot of hope for them. I know they're missing Halzer, best player on their team probably right now, but I don't know. I thought Guardian would be able to fill his shoes a little bit, and apparently they look really good in practice. So I was expecting more from them.
I would say Nikolai Nyholm. Wait, no, what? Because then it goes to Heroic, then that goes to FPX, which then denies us the possibility of running FPX through. The players were here ready to play. Even if we take the jersey off, we could have had the players playing and the team redeeming itself. So that's the one that hurts me the most, is that we didn't get to see those guys make a run at it because they put up a fight in the upper bracket. They went down the lower. They still had a chance. They could have been in the finals today, and we didn't get to see that. So I feel robbed. That sucks.
Yeah, I see the angle. Like, the idea that you just get eliminated without even losing the game is kind of BS. Like we can't actually really know how good FPX was, can we?
Exactly.
We only played one game, and it was only the LAN game, and then we went online, and we never saw them.
I'm just impressed that Nikolai Nyholm managed to make a disappointment in a league he didn't own. So
It's got to be Contact for me, I think. As you know, Monty, I had Contact coming in here with very high hopes, and Esperanto and Ships, I really wanted to see them dominate here in America on this side of things, and they did not.
Forget high hopes. You
not.
did literally say they were the best team in the whole tournament.
No, I said that
Yes,
they had
you
two of
did.
the most mechanically gifted players in the whole tournament.
That's true.
Then I said I think Contact will be the best.
I think it's more fun when we get to just misinterpret what you said.
no. This one, no. This one, I'm very clear on that. She said that this was going to be the best team in the tournament because I said because here's the thing, you double down on it. Here's the thing, when I asked who's the favorites, and you were like, I never thought of those other teams were the favorite. I always thought Contact was the favorite.
Here's the thing, Christine.
and you double down on it,
Play the tape.
and then they got owned.
Someone pull up the VODs right now.
I can corroborate this.
Potter is definitely doing a good job at this analyst gig, leaving herself a way out. She said, they might have been
Exactly.
the best.
Might.
You know, always leave the door.
Maybe, perhaps.
She's been consulted with a lawyer for all of her analysis.
Yes.
She has to put in probably. I think it could be the case that shows. I distinctly remember saying probably.
Allegedly.
We don't hear that. We say
The weasel
God
words,
damn it.
you just got to insult them or insert them every time, right? Make sure that you always have the escape plan.
Weasel words.
The weasel words. Yeah, no, dude, we're not talking to Bryce. What are you talking about?
Now Contact is even more disappointing to me because now they put me in this position, haven't they?
It's all right. They still have time. They still have time to bounce back.
Are they going to keep rolling for phase 2? I'd imagine so.
Yeah, I mean,
Would make sense. Yeah.
They should get a lot better. Like, they had a stand-in. Now they've had them for pretty much the whole time they've been here.
That's also, by the way, the interesting detail when we go to the group selection phase for the next one, where, as Monty said, it's no longer about world ranking. It's seeded based on where you finished in terms of points. It's going to be some really tough choices to make there. Because, yeah, obviously the bottom teams are the worst, like Envy, etc. You pick them immediately. But then after that, in the rankings, are the Gen Gs and the Contacts of the world? Who wants to pick them in their group?
Yeah, exactly. Because now we have this problem if you are in a group selection where we had 3 qualifier teams make the finals. So do you believe that their current form is their new floor? Or are you saying like, well, Gen G's certainly not going to get better in a week's time, or they can't fix their issues? It's hard now. It's very hard, I think, to select teams into your group.
Worth mentioning that they are going to be happening on Thursday, the group selection. So
True that.
Thank
point
you.
out, in case you're just listening to the stream, Thursday, group selection show. You saw the first one. It was awesome. Don't want to miss it.
And we will still have player interviews, by the way. Not here, but we're trying to do our best to make sure that you guys do get to see the players, bantering with each other a little bit.
And that's 8 p.m. Central European time. So if you're an EPL pro, finish your breakfast, watch the group selection, and then you can play your games.
Third. What if we had a third phase? The nightmare phase. It's like Mario
we should
Kart.
do it,
It's
yeah.
like nightmare mode where Thorin just picks the group.
So what I'm
All the points.
this this isn't a major, like, we can toy with the format. We'll just do one of those reality show twists at the end where we just add another phase before playoffs. Like, you weren't expecting this, but
We spin a wheel and some random team just
Isn't that how
loses
this works?
30 points.
that's right. Introduce a new team into the groups. All right,
Already
so
tried that.
that's true. MVP. Sean, you said you think A-Core was the best player in phase 1.
Ooh, eye test. Eye test definitely A core. Ooh, who? Yeah, I'm just going to go A-Core. Yeah.
I mean, just even though he didn't have the greatest game in today's series, overall KNG's got to be up there as well. He was going ham in those low bracket
Once it switched to online, yeah, he looked fantastic.
Damn, if Smooya would have kept playing, I feel like he would be my MVP. He was fire when he was here.
Oh, I have an interesting thing about A-Core since you mentioned him. We kept talking about his movement and how amazing it was, and I noticed it looked like he had turn binds binded into his game, and I messaged him and asked, and he does have turn binds, and I thought that was really interesting because back when I played, I also had turn binds for caps and F, and a lot of surfers
how do you
and
use
KZ.
it in that scenario?
So basically, when you have low sense and you want some help to turn left or right, you bind the left or right turn binds so that you can dodge flashes better and you can move around the map better. And it's not very common, but it is a thing. And generally, a lot of surfers and KZers use it. And I thought it was a really interesting tidbit about A-Core.
By the way, you now will have a rep with players as the most nerdy person in the entire scene. Hey, I just wanted to ask, actually. Oh, cool! Wow, analysts are paying attention to me. Like, what's this going to be about? Can I have your config? And what are you using turn bind keys in that?
People in Twitch chat appreciate it. Okay.
I'm sure A-Core appreciated somebody that actually understood that. So I've actually never heard of that before. So that's really cool.
That's a really cool detail.
Yeah.
Yes,
because you don't ever hear about turn binds outside of surfing. So.
Duncan, what would we find?
What the hell?
Probably just like a bunch of blinds that just spam.
A lot of abuse, exactly.
Yeah.
Corral Hall.
All right, we didn't get everybody else's MVP.
Up and down to say Corral Hall as I bounty hop around the map.
Look, we didn't get everybody else's MVP. You gotta decide on this.
You said KNG,
Esperanto?
right?
I'll take KNG.
God damn it, Monty.
KNG, there we go.
Esperanto was really good, even though Contact was losing.
Yeah, he was. I'm not going to say him, though. I'm going to go with A-Core as well. I mean, he was just so impressive. And as I said, he's alpha in that server, and I really like that. So I'm going with A-Core.
I don't know, off the spot like that.
That's fine. You don't have to make a decision.
Make a decision.
We let you watch some of the games first?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's all so fuzzy. There's been so much CS. I want to say A-Core as well, just because out of all the plays throughout this first phase, his are the ones that I remember. The nutty flicks with the op, the clutch. I mean...
I have a different question, and of course I'm going to surprise production with this, so they have no idea, and also they're not going to be able to actually show us these plays. But what was your #1 play?
Oh, that's easy. It's today. It's got to be the A-Core Ace on Mirage,
yeah,
right? That was insane.
That was insane.
I mean, listen,
Fireball
this
obvious
contenders,
ticket.
like I'll throw in that. Wasn't it Sonic who had the
Sonic's the 1v5 was very
pretty good as well. That was pretty legit.
I forgot. Yeah, he had the 1-on-5. No,
Those are the big two that come into my mind though, because those were pretty insane.
A-Core's was really flashy, whereas Sonic's was just he was in a 1v5, which is insanely difficult to win. I'm going A-Core.
That's interesting.
Is there any others we're missing? Was there another insane play we should think of?
There was another play from A-Core on Mirage. He got a really quick defuse. This wasn't a quick, like, mechanical play from him, but
Here we go. Where are we going with this one? Right. Was it something to do with conflict?
this is oh god, this is gonna be nerdy again. But the way the
come on.
bomb was
Lean
planted,
into it.
I love it.
A-Core immediately hopped on the defuse and he won the round. And I think I would say 3 out of 5 players put in the same exact scenario will fake the defuse, they'll stick the defuse,
Right, okay.
they'll get spammed through the smoke. But the way A-Core moved around the map, stuck directly on the bomb and understood where the bullet trajectory was going to come and avoided it by placing himself in the corner. It was just a really nice clutch, and the small details is what made it look so easy for him. But he's a player that's able to capitalize on those small details, so it was really cool.
Top-rated players.
Here we go.
#1, Smooya. #2.
He barely played any game.
Yeah, he has 2 maps. Doesn't really count. Shush, #2, actually.
That's pretty legit.
Oh,
A-Core,
I thought you were telling him to shush.
A-Core, #3, Fur, 4, Wardell, 5, KNG, Kusta, Sonic.
Yeah, that's something worth pointing out based on today's games. Fur has quietly had, except he also is another player when they went online, had a little resurgence of form. He looked amazing today.
He looked really, really good the last couple best of 3s he played.
That's why I was making that joke on Twitter. Like, when all the Brazilian fans were watching that game on Overpass, they were like, damn, this reminds me of my youth when I was 10, 2017. Think it through.
Layers, peel them.
Exactly. Listen, it's like Inception. You've got to go down layers.
All right. I think that's going to do it for us at the Blind Spot today. Here's our leaderboard. Cloud9, Mad Lions, and MIBR will be the first team seeded into groups. They will be given veto power and the first selection of their opponents. We're going to be going into Phase 2 on Thursday here, noon Pacific time, 8 p.m. Yes, 8 p.m. Central European time, because we're not on the Central European summertime
Next week.
until next weekend. So we'll be 8 p.m., 3 p.m., obviously Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you on Thursday.